Kunal. He's the chief of the Disability Rights Organization here in Goa and is a national figure on advocacy for the differently abled and the special abled. So it's so wonderful to have him here trained for the HSA program. And it is, the healing power of the ocean and the seas, which actually bring disability rights into focus and how you can have them enjoy the ocean. And it's their right to enjoy the ocean and to discover the ocean and also learn so much about the marine biodiversity. Well, that's where ocean literacy comes in, and that's where the UNESCO Green Citizens come in, teaching the disabled segment about the marine biodiversity of their own backyard, as well as enjoying the ocean. So, Krunal, how do you feel today about this diving and water experience and about the whole training?
First of all, it's a great experience actually, I feel really glad, that we really have been working so hard from last 8 years in terms of disability. I started my career way back in 2016 and it's been 8 years. So it's a good, opportunity for me that, somewhere or other in the Indian society that my name is counted to work for the betterment for the person with disabilities. Today the Goan society has really seen me as in person who could do something for person with disability. I got invitation from Imrana, so she called me here. I came here with my whole team, and it just really went so good, no doubt about it. It was much more than the expectation. The place what we have chosen in Kalango is fully accessible. The classes really went good. There was lot to learn, lot to rectify what I used to do, lot to take something into consideration where I can add up some of my ideas. So it was a good session. So where we have shared our experiences, ideas, and the teaching and how does the swimming technique does work. So we can reduce the whatever the scenarios which we see today, the situation we see in the Indian society about drowning, what are the things which are going wrong, what are the things which has to be done in a proper significant way could be done here. So we really got people, around 25 people who have engaged in the whole sort of classes, and really is expecting a high-end expectation I'm having from them, that they will follow all this instruction, whatever the ideas they have been communicating or they have been sharing, what we have passed on to them. And it will be really a good pleasure for all of us, the team, the whole team, the organizers and the management, that it would be an equal opportunity to also the person with disabilities to feel something called really an adventurous sport. And swimming as in every time best thing after meditation, that swimming is one of the things which could really bring a big difference in a life of person with disability. So really glad to be here, really enjoying the vibes for the last 2 days, spending around 16 hours, and I'm going to.
Excellent. And what is your views on climate change? Because whenever there's an ocean tsunami or a climate change crisis, it's always the disabled and the women and children, the underprivileged who are left out. So it's so important to make sure that you train our divers and our coastal communities and the youth, especially. That's where Young Environmentalist Program Trust focuses on, so that the youth are well equipped to handle these special people during oceanic disasters and climate crisis. So what do you feel? You have the right, equal rights to be, rendered with help during these oceanic crises and tsunamis whenever it occurs, with sea rise levels as well as so much disasters. I mean, we need more trained people, and young people are really well equipped to reach out to the disabled. So what are your views on that, Kunal?
Yes, so basically, it's been always, I've been telling this since I was started my swimming career. I got in the water first when I was around 6 years old. So, India is a country where, we are really in and around the water. If we see Indian Ocean, till the end of Himalaya, there is water and so on. So, Indian society, the social society, they really know how to escape from most of the disaster. But water is something where they are a little bit, backhand than the other developed countries or developing countries. So basically it's a good thought for all of us that yes, when we are born, I think the first things what we have to know to tackle is the water, because water can be something that can be arising anytime and anywhere and everywhere. So we have to be ready. I have seen a lot of things, floodings happening in India or in and around. Even there are some tsunamis going on which are unbelievable, or we couldn't even predict about it. People don't know how to, really get themselves rescued by themselves or by help of the person whom they want to seek help. Because if they ask for help also from someone, that person is really but little, I can't say whether he might be a relevant person or not. So it's really a great challenge for us.
Here with Krunal as well as Imrana Sheikh, and she's the lead here for the Goa chapter for Young Environmentalist Program Trust. And thank you so much, Imrana, for organizing this training for HSA, Handicap Scuba Association Diving, and the Ocean Literacy Program, you can see, for UNESCO, so that divers are agents of change and more young people can join like her. We need more young people to get involved in policy decision making where the ocean conservation is concerned and where ocean disasters and tsunamis are concerned. So how do you feel Imrana taking the lead here? She is a PhD student, a doctoral student, and she's doing a wonderful job. So between mapping and her marine work and a whole lot of other things, she's absolutely an amazing person who has today taken the leadership today. So we owe our gratitude to Imrana so much. Thank you, Imrana. Tell us, what do you feel about this training?
The entire course was a learning curve for me itself. Like right from approaching from the EHSA organization to have this course in Goa, to actually bring it into action. The way we approach people, the people that need to be included for this program, it was an entire learning process. So I learned a lot. And I'm so glad we could have it here in Goa, so it opens up more horizons for Goa as a state, in tourism industry as well, and as also to include as a disaster management in this. So,
humble to the core, Imrana, there for you. But you see, humility counts, and leadership spells only in action, and that's what Imrana stands for. And she's very well supported by Krunal, who we have here with the disability. And Krunal, you could describe your disability, please, for us, and how important it is for you and your special people, especially when there's an ocean disaster. How can divers, surfers, and young coastal communities help people like you?
So basically, in India, we are counting different categories of disability, where total 20 types of disability has been categorized. We are on the 23rd, which is hemophilia, which is a blood disorder. So yet now, there is not what we have to be, establishing, what we have to promote, and what we have to bring, and the develop has to be done. It has been going on in process. So basically, disability, what I got is a muscular dystrophy. We couldn't hear this word, muscular dystrophy, in this last 5 to 6 years, because it has been not really at the high end. What we used to get in around 2001 to 2010, there was a high population with muscular dystrophy, which we could see all over the world. So basically, muscular dystrophy is a phenomena where whatever the adequate muscles strength you should have, it is there. The bone strength is also there, but they doesn't get into their own, they don't bond to each other. They get to repel from each other. So this is why the need of the strength what I need to do my day-to-day activities cannot be done at the apart, but whatever the basic what I could do is done at the high-end extent. So even if you ask me what is my percentage for the disability, my answer would be I don't have disability. But in the medical term, it is said to be 90%, and here in the 90%, 10% they count because my brain structure is very good. I can write, I can type, I can do whatever, wherever the use of the brain could be counted. So first of all, about disability, we don't need to see the person as a disabled, we have to see it as indifferently able. So the person who is indifferently able shall be taught that that person is not different from any other person. He is a person who is very special and will do a special work.
Try and clear of the water.